adrenals or thyroid, which one should you support first? Well, if you're looking into your adrenal and your thyroid health, you may have heard the recommendation that it's important to support your adrenals first. And let's talk about why that is. Now, the adrenals are two glands that are located on top of your kidneys that produce a number of hormones that help with things like sleep, energy, sex drive, mood. And the thyroid, of course, is a gland in your throat that produces a hormone called thyroid hormone, which is very important for metabolism and preventing things like feeling cold, high cholesterol levels, fatigue, weight gain. And there's a lot of overlap between these two, of course. And people oftentimes may think or have laboratory evidence that shows that they have a problem with both. So what would be the most intelligent way to start supporting these if you find a problem with both or you suspect a problem with both? It's likely a good idea to support the adrenals first. And the reason for that is because thyroid hormone increases your metabolism. And that includes the metabolism of cortisol. So if you have low cortisol, which is your adrenal hormone, which you need enough of to feel good, it's often vilified as being the stress hormone and that we have too much of it. But if you run labs on people, you oftentimes will see most people come back with a little bit of a too low of a cortisol, excuse me. So most people who are a little bit tired tend to have low cortisol. And again, you need a proper amount to have adequate energy. So if someone has low cortisol and you give them thyroid hormone, and the thyroid hormone helps detoxify or clear out or metabolize this cortisol, it can make the cortisol levels even lower and make the underlying low cortisol adrenal fatigue type problem even worse. This is why some people, not all, but some people may feel no difference or even worse when going on a thyroid hormone because the adrenals may be severely deficient. So what to do in this case would be to start with supporting the adrenals and then or shortly after support the thyroid. Now it also depends on the extent of the thyroid hypothyroidism or the thyroid dysfunction, but this is a good general concept. Now when it comes to supporting the adrenals, there are a number of compounds that can be used. There are herbs, there are glandulars, there are hormone precursors like pregnenolone and DHEA. All of these can work, but it's very important to mention that none of these will work ultimately if the underlying cause of the adrenal fatigue is not addressed. Sometimes it's diet, sometimes it's lifestyle. For people that have addressed their diet and their lifestyle and are still exhibiting chronic signs of adrenal fatigue, it's more often than not another issue in the body, a chronic inflammatory issue, oftentimes in the gut in my experience, that's causing this chronic adrenal stress and thwarting the ability of the adrenals to respond fully to adrenal support and to come back online fully. So again, in reiteration, thyroid and adrenals have a relationship to one another. Because increasing thyroid levels through thyroid hormone can decrease levels of cortisol, one should be careful about taking thyroid hormone if they suspect or they know they have very low cortisol levels, because that may worsen the issue. So support the adrenals first in most cases and then the thyroid, but of course you want to check in with your doctor because the patient context is going to be an important determinant for exactly how and what you do in this regard. This is Dr. Ruscio, and I hope this helps you get healthy and get back to your life. Thanks.